Hello everyone, this is Joe Sport with Fantasy Team Assist, and this is Week 14 NFL matchups. Alright, real quick recap on Week 13. My streak of lineups hitting on Millionaire on the GPP tournaments ended. It was close. I hope what killed me was the kicker. I put Doug Baldwin. I did have a variation with it. Of that lineup with a different kicker. I went with Nugent, and Nugent scored 9 points, and that one won a few 50-50 games, tournaments. So hopefully you changed the kicker and you were able to make some money in 50-50s. But unfortunately with the GPP, it did not double your money. Alright, so I'm sorry. Apologize, but I hope you guys did use Odell Beckham, and the other guys on that lineup were Teddy Ginn, Cam Newton. The lineup wasn't a total wash. So as long as you change that kicker and maybe one other guy, or maybe the tight end, you made some money. Anyway, Odell was a very popular pick for me last week, and that was really good. So it was a positive week, so that's always a good thing. So let's go right into Week 14 NFL matchups. Russell Wilson, yes, popular, playing out of his mind, white hot. It's hard to fade him. He's going to be super popular, but he's just in a good spot. He's going against the Browns. They're the 10th worst pass defense, okay? 10th worst, and bottom 3. I think they're second to worst run defense. So Russell Wilson, sometimes he'll start running, so that is favorable for him. And anyway, 10th worst, and he's playing like crazy, so I definitely like Russell Wilson. His targets are Doug Baldwin and Tyler Lockett. Doug Baldwin did play really well last week. I think he was on the lineup that I posted, but now he's gonna come up in price. So if you want to save some money, and you can go Tyler Lockett. He's still reasonably priced, and for the workload that he gets, the targets that he gets, it could work. So that's why I put both of them down. Now moving on to the next one, Cam Newton versus the Giants. Giants played a really good game, made a lot of people a lot of money on Monday night. But now let's go ahead, and this week let's play the opposite team, the opposing team. Let's go with Cam Newton this week. The Giants are last place against the pass. Now, you just can't beat that. Not only are they in last place, they're in last place against the pass, but the Giants are horrible against the run also. I forget what spot they're in, third or something like that. But regardless, Cam Newton, he's got some wheels. He can run the ball. He can pass the ball. The Giants can't stop either. Great spot for Newton, for Cam. His options are Teddy Ginn and Greg Olsen. Now, Greg Olsen, Teddy Ginn is another one I think was on the board last week. Super cheap, getting the targets. At least getting the numbers. I wish his targets came up. Greg Olsen, though, he is a little banged up. So if you do choose him, definitely watch the injury report. Check to see how he does on Friday at practice. Is he limited? If he is limited at practice, I would definitely fade him, because we're so close to the end of the year. They're probably not going to play him. If they do play him, he's going to be limited. He may not see all the snaps. He may just play half the game. And Greg Olsen is expensive for a tight end, one of the most expensive. So I don't think that I would play him if I see tomorrow he doesn't practice full. Okay. Now, some extra wide receivers. We got Calvin Johnson and Golden Tate. That's right. I wrote them both down again because Golden Tate has been seeing more targets than Calvin Johnson, and he's a lot cheaper. But you don't want to be the guy that doesn't pick Calvin Johnson the night he goes off. He's going against, they're both going against the Saints, who are last against the pass. seems like any team that goes against the Saints have a big game passing wise, 300 plus yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. So they're both in a really good spot. So if you want to make a lineup with Tate, I really can't blame you, because for that price and the volume, it's a win-win, I think. Definitely going to have him in a bunch of lineups. Now, tight end, Antonio Gates. This pick right here, there's nothing written next to him. This is totally from the heart, okay? Take it for what it's worth. I'm not saying that he's in a good matchup, because he's not. Vegas has them, the Chargers is scoring, oh God, I think it's like 18 points. It's just really bad. Okay, they're going against a tough team. It's a hard matchup, but the reason why I put him on the board is because he has come out and said that this is probably going to be the last game in San Diego, and Phillip Rivers and him and Antonio Gates, they have said they want to go and score. They want to connect for one last touchdown this Sunday. Okay, so now I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're doing extra sit-ups, extra push-ups, extra jumping jacks, just so, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're going to do to make it happen, but I believe that they'll make it happen. So, if you believe too, throw Antonio Gates in a lineup here and there. I mean, don't fill up all your lineups with Antonio Gates, but you know what? I can see him catching 6, 7, 8 passes. The wide receiver cores, they're decimated with injuries. Antonio Gates, I can see him catching 6, 7 passes, 75 yards, 80 yards, and a touchdown. That'll be a great game. Okay, all right. So, but if not, if you want to fade him, I don't blame you either. Okay, because the matchup is not there, and even Vegas is saying don't pick him. All right. So running back, David Johnson. They're going against the Cardinals are going against the Eagles, who are the 5th worst against the run. David Johnson, Vegas has them scoring a lot of points this week. So, with that being said, he's in a good spot, high-powered offense. They're going to be moving the ball. The Eagles aren't good against the run, and if they catch the lead, they're going to be running the ball. That's what they do. So, I really like David Johnson in this spot, but he's probably going to be heavily owned. All right, so now another running back. Now, if you want to pay up for this, Adrian Peterson against the Bears. The Bears are the 7th worst run defense. I didn't put it on the board, but I'm going to just share this with you. I like Adrian Peterson, and I even like Matt Forte. Okay, so now moving on. Kicker, John Brown. Look, I have given some crappy-ass kickers, okay? So if you want to see who I pick for a kicker and not play that guy, that's probably the smartest thing you can do, because my lineups are usually solid, but my kickers are freaking garbage. I suck at picking kickers. Now, if somebody has a nice trick or a stat to look for, I've looked at kickers that play kicking domes, their stats versus playing away, playing home, playing in grass, turf. I've looked at all type of stats. The only stat that I see that it looks is not a dead given or even it's like a 50-50 shot. It puts me in the ballpark. Is kickers that are on a team that are not in the bottom 10 in offense. Okay, they're not in the bottom 10 in offense, and they're going against a team that is their defense is mid to high defense. Okay, I probably didn't make any sense there, but anyway, going with that logic, John Brown. Okay, that's who I'm picking for a kicker for this week for the board. Obviously, not every lineup is going to be John Brown, but that's who I'm putting on the board today. Now, defenses that I like. I like the Patriots versus the Titans. The Titans are the 5th worst offense so far this year. And the Patriots have been playing really good defense, and they're home. All these defenses on the board here are home defenses. Now, if you want to pick an away defense, I personally don't like to, but there's a defense that I'm looking at. Away defense, Houston Texans. All right, Houston Texans going against the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, Matt Hasselbeck is banged up. He's hurt, limited at practice. He may not even play. Okay, so if he doesn't play, you got a third string quarterback playing, and even if he does play, you have a banged up Matt Hasselbeck playing. Yes, it's going against my number one rule when picking a defense. Do not pick an away defense. But damn, Houston Texans are in a really good spot. Their defense is playing good. So that's a little extra info for you guys. Another defense, the Steelers. They blitz a lot. They suck against the run. But they're going against the Broncos. The Broncos offense has been in the bottom, not for the year, but they've been in the bottom 10 the last 2 weeks. So it's not like this is kind of like, I guess, a sneaky pick, if you want to call it that. But I'm just liking the fact that the Steelers defense, the pass defense is solid. Their run defense isn't the greatest, but the Broncos run game, yes, C.J. Anderson had a good game 2 weeks ago, but the Broncos really haven't been running consistently. So I just like this, and they're really cheap. So I like the Steelers defense as a sneaky defense. And now if you want to go high end, if you want to go Gucci of defenses, well, Seahawks. All right, one of the most expensive defenses this week, or the most expensive. They're going against the Browns, 4th worst offense in the NFL this year. All right, the Browns, and you got Johnny Cash, Johnny Football over there, and he really hasn't shown me much. And ultimately, they're the 4th worst offense as a whole. So, and the Seahawks, we know they can ball. So this is the matchups, just a few matchups that I'm looking at, and I'm going to be making lineups based out of this information. I mean, obviously more information, but I'm going to go ahead and make another video and put just one lineup out there. And if you like the matchups, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, add a comment. If you need any help, questions, email me. I'm going to put a link to my website. And yeah. So good luck, and I hope we make some money. Unfortunately, the football week is about to end. Football year is about to end. So let's hit it hard. I'm gonna be adding extra lineups this week. So yeah, this is gonna be a very, very heavy week for me for NFL. And then once this is done, I've already started basketball. So once we're done with NFL, I'll start making videos on basketball. All right, thanks. Good luck.